At least 5 marine officers survived death when their boat capsized on Sunday while they were attempting to find 15 missing victims of an August 2nd boat accident on Lake Victoria. 15 bodies have so far been retrieved from the lake. While addressing the media today, members of the opposition, led by their shadow cabinet minister for fisheries, have expressed their dissatisfaction with how government has handled the rescue process.
That we as islanders, we as representatives of the islanders are not satisfied by the way government does its work, especially as far as water transport is concerned. About that incident, we thought the Marine Police was doing its best to help our people retrieve the bodies. Unfortunately, when we got there, as members of parliament, especially those of us who hail from the islands, it was so absurd that what we expected is not what we found. Most of our people are the ones who are retrieving these bodies.
According to the legislators, government has totally neglected water transport, yet Parliament passed money to establish rescue centers, which up to now are not in place to address water accidents.
We demand, as members of parliament from the fishing communities, that government builds rescue centers in all districts as money was given to government. We borrowed a loan. This parliament allowed the government to borrow a loan to build the rescue centers. And these rescue centers were meant to provide guidelines and also monitoring movement of vessels on the lake. Without these rescue centers, even when an accident or immediate intervention could be done, government has no mechanism of monitoring all vessels plying on the waters. We also demand that government, for the last 37 years, the NRM government has been in power. It has neglected water transport so much that there are no vessels doing interconnectivity on our islands.
These have demanded that government sets aside a budget for water users, just like it has done for the road users. The MPs have also requested that the regulations for the fisheries and aquaculture bill be tabled before Parliament because it is now 7 months since the President assented to the bill, which is now an act.
Like any other sectors, the road transport provides for the budget for road maintenance. The people in the mountainous regions, during landslides, mass wasting, and anything of any disastrous effect, the budget is always provided for. Why can't the government provide a budget that would be used to buy life jackets and provide them to the fishermen as a bonus, because they are aware their transport route does not take any cost of maintenance from the government, in order to prepare it and streamline it for government to absorb taxes.
We went ahead and passed the fisheries bill, where Mwami 7 assented to the bill, and it is now an act. But it is coming to something like 7 months. The regulations have not been put in place, and I think if the regulations are put in place, I think every party was designed their roles on what to do on the lake. But now we are finding challenges that now, like the Marine Police, which is supposed to do a lot of monitoring on the lake, they are also engaging in fishing. Like, for example, in Buvuma district, we're having Marine Police in Samba, where they are also confiscating fish in the name of fighting illegal fishing. Yet it is not their mandate. So we called upon the government to come up clearly to bring these regulations, which will help us define the roles of each and every one on the lake.
During the months of June, July, and August, Lake Victoria experiences strong and dangerous winds, yet most of the trees which would have somehow brought down the force of the winds on the islands have been cut down to create space for agricultural farming, making it difficult to traverse the lake during this season. Samula Hanifah, SMART24 TV Business Today.